Hello! Welcome to my Back to Basics. This is the Sizzix Big Shot. Now this is the exclusive Stampin' Up! One, so it's all black, gray, very sleek. And with your Big Shot machine, you are going to be getting the regular platform and 2 of the cutting mats. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need a platform? What kind of things will I be doing with this thing? So, just to give you an idea, and I will show you the magnetic one. Let's get the Big Shot out of the way for a second. So here we have the regular platform. Now this is going to be important because you're going to be able to cut on this part. You would lay down one of your cutting mats and you would go ahead and put a framelit down. Now the other thing you can cut, and I don't have one right now, is a thin metal, usually from a different kind of a company, but very thin ones. Now down here you're going to be doing your embossing folders. So you've got your embossings where you've got the stamp and emboss, and then just your regular embossing folders. Then you've got the little metal emboss and cut ones that'll be on this, as well as just the good old regular little thinlits. Now on the last tab, this is going to be more for your textures, and if you're going to do thick paper on embossing, you'll be using that platform. So those are the basic tabs, and then there's the metallic platform. Now what this is wonderful for is you're going to go ahead and be able to take things such as your little frame and stick it right in here, and actually you're going to need a cutting thing first, but you go ahead, put the cutting mat, put this here the other way, and you'd be able to shape that just where you want it to be and go on and roll it through the machine. So now let's go ahead and do some cutting, some embossing. We'll show you some fun things we can do with this. Now the first thing we're going to do is show you how much fun it is to go ahead and just emboss papers. So we go ahead and put this in here like this. We get our other cutting mat. And we're just going to go ahead and take our little embossing folder and move this over. And we're going to go ahead and we just put in a piece of paper. I'm going to roll that on through. Actually, let's line it up. So we want to get it just in these edges right here. Make it a bit even, just a little bit crooked. We go ahead and we put our cutting mats like so. Just go ahead, firmly hold the handle here, and roll. And here we go. Now we've got gorgeous embossed paper. It looks beautiful on both sides. And you can go ahead and roll and get some ink on one side and make it have a letterpress look. You can daub it after it's been embossed. There's so many fun things you can go ahead and do with that. Now, I did want to show you, Stampin' Up! Has this special stamp that has an embossing plate with it. And you can go ahead and cut this whatever size you want. Just lay it in there, lining it up, and then putting it through. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way this time, as my cutting mat goes everywhere. And look how beautiful that is. You can see how it pops up on the edges here and just really looks beautiful. You can do a lot of fun things with that. And there are many other company ones out there that I think are just so beautiful. Lots of fun, really. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of our main platform here. And we're going to use the magnetic one. And we're going to go ahead and show you how nice this is with the frame. Now you don't need this one. This platform, if you lay it all the tabs down, it'll cut the frame just fine. The nice thing about the magnetic platform, however, is that when you're trying to get it to stay in one place, such as when you're cutting out something you've already stamped, you're going to want that metallic platform so it keeps it where you want it to be. That way you don't have to worry. Otherwise it can shift. So we just move that on through. And now you just take and pop it on out. And look what we have, just a beautiful cutout frame. And we didn't have to spend a lot of time cutting that out ourselves. Next, I wanted to show you something else I really love about this magnetic platform. Now, as you see, well, you might not be able to see. Let me move this over. This card got a bit crinkled on the edge. It just doesn't look so nice. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the edge. And I'm going to first lay this down like this. Get this out of the way for a second. And I want to make sure that I cut this really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my edgelet. And edgelets can be so much fun to use, really. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Leaving it like so. Putting it through our Big Shot machine. Go ahead and move it here. Crank it on through. Wow! And now our card has this gorgeous little edge to it. And isn't that beautiful? Now I can go ahead and stamp down here, or I can stamp up here and make sure that little line really pops out. It's just gorgeous. And Stampin' Up! Does have an embossing folder that'll go through with this and give it that extra fancy look. Now, coming back to the original, going ahead with the original platform again, I'm going to go ahead and show you some other fun things. So we've got this both cuts and embosses at the exact same time. So we're going to go ahead and put that through, and it's going to be on platform 1. So bring in the machine again. Go ahead and do it this way again. Make it so you can see. And put that there. Just make sure we have the cutting mat on top again. I'm just going to crank that on through. Whee. And now we have this gorgeous little cut and emboss. Isn't that just so beautiful? And I think on both sides it works beautifully. These just pop out real easy. I do love all kinds of die cutting machines, but I must admit that the edges that you get from the Sizzix, Cuttlebug, you know, Excalibur, any of the dies that you roll through and use these, the edges are really fantastic. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's like with the little thinlet. So it's just going to cut out. We're going to come and use the same platform we just used. Let's see if you can see it better this way. Go ahead and put that down. Put that down like here. We're going to go ahead and do it this way. Just go run ahead. Or we're not running ahead, but our machine is going ahead. Here we go. We've got this cut out nicely. We've got these little flowers that can be put together looking seriously cute. Ta-da! So that's that, and I think that is absolutely cute and wonderful. Now, going ahead and using the original sort of type of cuts, the thicker ones, we're going to go ahead. All we have to do with this, instead of using a platform, we're just going to go ahead and make sure we have one cutting mat, and then the second cutting mat, and just run that on through. And now we've got our little peekaboo shapes. They're so much fun, aren't they? I love these little guys. These are so cute, and then you can pop them up, leave them flat, whatever you want to do. They're so adorable. And that's what you do with this platform. Now, before I go, there's one more thing I really, really wanted to show you, and that is the movers and shapers. So now, there are extra large dies, and that's what this is. This is an extra large card die. And on the inside, you can see this is a card. So this will cut out a perfect little card. And then this right here is our little shaper. Now, it's just got little magnets. We can plop this baby anywhere we want. And since they come out with different shapes, different sizes, you can just buy different ones of these and stick them in the same card template that you have. I'm just going to make sure that the edges here are covered so that I know that the card is going to definitely be cut out. I'm just going to lay that like this. Regular sandwich. Bring our Big Shot in here. Go ahead, crank that baby on through. And now we have a gorgeous card. And as you can see, it's popped out, beautiful window. It's got a gorgeous little crease for us. There's a beautiful window. And now we have a fun card that we can decorate. I hope that this helped you if you have never seen The Big Shot, and if you have, I hope you're getting excited and want to give it a try. I love The Big Shot. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope you come back and watch more of my videos and have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.